Hello everyone, my name is Megan Ellsworth here at RoofersCoffeeShop.ca. I am at the Canadian Roofing Expo here with Velux, my friend Steve. Hello.
Hey, hello. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm so glad to see you and talking about Velux. You guys have some great products.
Yeah, we have some great products and we're happy and excited to be part of the Canadian Roofing Expo this year.
Yes, yay. Okay, so before we dive in, I'll just have you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Velux.
Okay, so my name is Steve Kadivnik. I'm the Commercial Business Development Manager for the Canadian market for Velux Canada. So I represent our commercial products for the roofing industry.
Okay.
I've been with the company for about just over a year, so I'm still fairly new.
Oh, nice.
But like I said, we're excited to be here and to introduce some innovative products to the market.
Yeah, that's amazing. How's the show been? I know it just started, but how's the show been and what are people asking when they're coming to your booth?
Well, a lot of people are interested in the fact that Velux has always been sort of known as a residential company. Like you can walk into any big box store, you can buy one of our skylight products.
Yep.
But there's quite a few companies and quite a few individuals that don't know we also offer commercial products for commercial roofing.
Yeah.
So really that's here to give the message. We're talking to a lot of roofers at the show so far, and a lot of them are very interested in some of the innovative products we have and the ability to offer things that can solve some of the problems they see in the field.
Yeah, so I actually saw, the first time I saw Velux products was at the IFD competition last year in Innsbruck, Austria. They were using one of the skylights in the low slope competition, and it was so cool.
Right, yes.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, if we look at a low slope or a flat roof application, typically we would show off our dynamic dome product, which is one of these that we're featuring here.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the newer technology that Velux has developed for the commercial roofing industry. These units can be mounted on perfectly flat roofs on a flat roof curb. There's some things that are a real game changer with our dynamic dome. Principally, we're using parabolic technology to kind of bring in a little more daylight, a little more sunlight versus just a clear lens.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a little bit of innovation. And also because of the design of the dome, it's almost like a parabolic shape. So it does actually harvest a little more daylight. So that's why we call it the dynamic dome. So
okay, cool.
It is a marketing term, but it does dynamically amplify the daylight. There's some other great innovations, like we've introduced no silicone in our seals. So we have what's called a 50-year Instaglaze. So sometimes folks are worried about how long does a skylight last. Maybe it has a certain life cycle. Yep. Velux has really done a great job engineering a skylight that can last a long time and provide leak-free performance and high performance and that sort of thing.
That's
so
amazing.
We're very, very proud of this product, and we're here at the show promoting it.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, and then what's this product that you brought?
Yeah, so this is called their Velux modular skylight. This is a glass system.
Okay.
So this has really been another game changer. This was developed in Europe for the European market, but it's European technology. It's manufactured in Denmark in a huge factory, automated factory. But what's unique about the modular system is it takes away from your traditional, what we call stick frame aluminum glass. You see those big pyramids when you go to a shopping mall or a library. This kind of replaces that at a much lower cost and much faster installation with very high performance.
Love it.
One of the real game changers with this design is that we're using a polymer frame versus a metal frame. So when you're using a polymer FRP, it's not conducting cold. So we're not worried about too much about condensation, all those things that can kind of go wrong, especially if we live in a cold climate.
Exactly.
This really is engineered for our climate up here in Canada, which is pretty harsh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a great system. We have a really nice display at our booth showing off like a kind of a small scale installation, but we're here to promote this as well.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so you explained how this is harvesting daylight.
Yes.
Can you kind of go further into depth? I'm just so intrigued by this extra film here.
Well, the prismatic, basically what it does is it gathers the light, the lens, the way it's focused on through the lens, the prismatic will scatter those light and it will make it a little more diffuse. So we're getting more light transmission, but we're not getting a big hot spot where you're going to get a suntan.
Exactly.
So because if you work in an office, the last thing you want to do is be sitting under the sun.
Wearing SPF.
Right, exactly. So addressing that concern, we want to bring light in, but we don't want to cook the interior and cause those sorts of heat gain issues. So that's we're using this type of lens to do that. Okay, cool. And because of the shape of the parabolic lens, as the sun gets lower in the horizon, like later in the season, like through fall to winter transition, we don't have that high sun in the sky. So we're kind of relying on this to hopefully bring in a little more daylight so we can take advantage of that through the day.
Interesting, and that's also important for a northern climate like Canada.
Definitely, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Especially with our shorter days, we all need a little more daylight for our health and well-being.
Absolutely,
it's good for our bodies. So
yes.
this is the whole idea of skylights is to promote health and well-being for people that work in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Okay, so to kind of round our amazing interview out, what are you hearing? What are people talking about and asking at the booth? What any trends you're seeing in terms of what people are interested in?
I think the concern is that owners love the idea of skylights, but there's this stigma in our industry that they all eventually leak. Unfortunately, it's something doesn't matter what manufacturer you work for, I think we all face the same questions.
Exactly.
And to address those concerns, we talk about quality of workmanship, because a lot of times leaks are attributed more to installation.
Right.
So we're trying to train installers and provide better guidelines for how to put our products in so that we can mitigate those issues.
That's huge.
So I think getting that message out to roofers, we offer training and we offer technical assistance and doing it right the first time.
Oh, that's great. So where can they find some of that technical training and documentation?
You can reach out to our office, Velux Canada. We're based out of Oakville, Ontario.
Okay.
We do have a general customer service line they can contact, and they can connect whoever with the right people to get the training and technical resource. And of course, I'm also available for that.
Amazing, amazing. And everyone can go to RoofersCoffeeShop.ca or .com to learn more about Velux, find Steve's information or any other contact information on just so you can contact them and get more information and documentation on the best technical installation tips and techniques.
Yep.
So thank you so much, Steve.
My pleasure. It's been great. Thanks so much.
Yay! Everyone stay tuned. We have more to come from the Canadian Roofing Expo. And do you know your booth number?
Yeah, we're 736738. So come on by.
Come on by to that booth number. That's a mouthful. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.